Welcome into the Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. I'm Jim Adele along with Zachary Thomas, and we've got a good one for you tonight. Holtville from Deatsville, Alabama, coming in at 5-3, and Sylacauga at 6-2. It is senior night. It is a key region matchup for both these teams, and last year Sylacauga went to Deatsville and slap out Alabama and came away with a disappointing loss against Holtville. Holtville's got a good football team this year. Sylacauga has an excellent football team as well, so it should be very interesting. It is a senior night tonight, and our pregame brought to you in part by Sylacauga City Councilman District 3 Nate Brewer. And Zach, welcome, and you had a high honor last night. You were one of the captains for your Little League team.
I was, and we ended up winning.
You did, 24-0, made the playoffs, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got a good one here tonight. Aggie football brought to you on WOTM and WOIL television by Sarah Automotive. Don't forget about next Saturday now. They've got their big Halloween event over there, so you don't want to miss that all day long. A week from tomorrow, we'll be over there for that as well. Of course, high school football brought to you by many sponsors, including Coosa Valley Medical Center, and so many more. Our starting lineup brought to you by Charles and Cadera Wood at Community Funeral Home. Our national anthem sponsored by Sylacauga Glass. And this is senior night for the Sylacauga Aggies, and we're going to hopefully get down to the field and pick up on some of the pictures and audio from senior night at Sylacauga High School. It is a beautiful night for football. Game time temperature going to be very nice before it's all said and done. So want to make you aware of that, and it's going to be a nice weekend. As a matter of fact, I hope you enjoy your weekend. Hope you enjoy this football game tonight. Sylacauga, if they can win tonight, they will cement their second spot in the region and host a first round playoff game next week, or actually it'll be a couple of weeks. Like I may play Andalusia, not absolutely sure on that. First things first, they need to win this one tonight. 60 degrees at kickoff time. Sylacauga coming in 6-2, 4-1 in league play in 5A Region 4. Holtville is 6-3 and 3-2 in Region 4. So, Zach, a lot of similarities between these two teams. And you think about Sylacauga, you think about Malik Pope.
Yeah, he's really good, and I think he's gonna be a big factor in tonight's game.
Yeah, Malik Pope will be, he'll have an X on his back. They'll be looking for him for sure. And on the other side of the coin, Holtville's got a nice running back as well, and his name is Sean Brackett. He's 6'1", 185-pounder, and Brackett is their leading rusher, averaging 82.8 yards per game, and so he's gained 662 yards. Of course, Malik Pope, 13 of 14, 1,500 yards rushing so far. Let's head down to the field and pick up on the some of the senior night at Sylacauga High School.
We have Karsten Amon. Karsten is being escorted tonight by his parents, Meg and Brad Amon. Karsten is a member of the SHS Band, NHS, Key Club, and Aggie TV. After graduation, he plans to attend Auburn University to get a major in sports journalism or media. His favorite memories at SHS are the memories made at each homecoming week. Shelby Bryant is being accompanied by her parents, Joey and Celia Bryant. Shelby is a majorette captain and member of FBLA, FCCLA, HOSA, Key Club, and Sister for Sister. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Alabama to major in business. Her favorite memory is this year's homecoming week. Next, we have Justin Douglas being escorted by his parents, Mike and Melissa Douglas. He is one of the dance captains and is music leader in the Signature Show Choir, student director of men's choir. He is percussion captain in marching band, jazz band, and percussion ensemble. After graduation, he plans to attend Indiana University or Belmont University for musical theater. His favorite memory at SHS has been his fine arts classes. Next, we have John Wesley Garris being accompanied tonight by his parents Clifton and Melissa Garris. John Wesley is drum major of the SHS Margie Aggie Band and member of the 4-H shooting team and HOSA. After high school, he plans to attend the University of Alabama and major in nursing. His favorite memory at SHS is winning the best-in-class drum major at the Lake Martin Invitational. Next up, we have Hayden Hope being escorted by her parents, Jody and Ashley Hope, and Dennis and Kelly Nicholson. Hayden is FBLA president of Freelancers, and co-captain of the Dazzling Devils Color Guard and NHS secretary. After graduation, she plans to major in biomedical sciences to become a rheumatologist or physical therapist. Her favorite memory from high school is traveling to away games with the band. Next, we have Zacandria Jordan being escorted by her mother, Shantia Jordan. Zacandria is color guard captain, NHS president, and senior representative. After graduation, she plans to attend Auburn University and pursue a career in pharmacy. Her favorite memories include performing at pep rallies and football games. Next up, we have Deanna Lacey, being accompanied by her parents, Chris and Abby Lacey, Jacqueline and Mark Stevens. She is a member of Color Guard, Sister for Sister, NHS, Future Health Professionals, and Mu Alpha Theta. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Alabama to pursue pre-medical studies. Her favorite memory at SHS has been winning Best in Class for Color Guard this year. Next, we have Taylor Manley being escorted by her mom, Kim Williamson, and father, Chris Manley. Taylor is involved in the SHS band, theater, choir, and peer helpers. After high school, she is going to JSU for musical education to become a band director. Her favorite memory at SHS is seeing Drew Hallman have the role of Rapunzel in theater her freshman year. Next up, we have Guy Nguyen being escorted by Mandy Reams. Guy is a member of the band and SHS tennis team. After high school, he plans to attend Auburn to major in aviation and to become a professional pilot for Delta Airlines. His favorite memories at SHS include this season as brass captain. Next, we have Noah Seaborn being escorted by his mom and uncle, Chrissy Seaborn and Terry Chance. Noah is a member of NHS, woodwind captain, and saxophone section leader in the SHS marching band, and a member of the jazz ensemble. After high school, he plans to attend Auburn University and obtain a degree in political science. His favorite memories include performing at pep rallies on Friday nights and in the band. Next, we have Gracie Taylor being accompanied by her parents, Bo Taylor, Vicky, and David Weathers, along with her sister, Elizabeth Humphrey. Gracie plays the flute in the SHS marching band and is a member of the SHS choir. Upon graduation, she plans to attend college to major in criminal justice. Her favorite memories include spending her Saturdays at band competition with her friends. Brianna Townsend is accompanied tonight by her mother and grandmother, Shankia and Sheila Townsend. Brianna is an SHS trumpet section leader and a member of the SHS signature show choir. After graduating, she plans to attend college to major in computer engineering. Her favorite memory at SHS is competing in band competitions and learning choreography for show choir. Next, we have Ainsley Walker being escorted by her parents, Melissa Walker and Barry Walker. Ainsley is a member of FBLA, HOSA, Sister for Sister. She's on the tennis team, marching band, and S Club. Upon graduation, she plans to attend the University of Alabama to study clinical psychology. Her favorite memories from high school include performing the halftime shows on the SHS Color Guard. And finally, we have Jordan Wilson being escorted by his mother and brother, Angela Wilson and Jonathan Board. He is the trombone section leader in the Aggie Marching Band. After graduating, he plans to attend college to major in music education. His favorite memories at SHS have been performing under the Friday Night Lights and with his friends. Next, we would like to introduce our senior cheerleaders. First, we have Caitlin Boozer being escorted by her parents, Britton and Monica Boozer. Caitlin has been a varsity cheerleader for 4 years. In addition to cheer, Caitlin participates in varsity soccer, Mu Alpha Theta, National Honor Society, S Club, and Sister for Sister. After high school, she plans to attend college and earn a master's degree in education and a minor in business. Her favorite memory at SHS is every celebration and bus ride home after an Aggie win, because nothing is more fulfilling than accomplishing something with the teams that she is a part of. Next, we have Morgan Flora being accompanied by her parents, Brian and Sabrina Flora. Morgan has been a varsity cheerleader for 4 years. She is an active member of FBLA, Junior Civitan, Sister for Sister, National Honor Society, Freelancers, and Diamond Dolls and Key Club. She plans to pursue a degree in elementary education after graduation. Her favorite memory from high school has been participating in Special Olympics through Junior Civitan and watching each child's face filled with joy. Next, we have Alex Franks being escorted by her parents John Franks, Amy O'Neill, and Charlie Conn. Alex is involved in FBLA, Freelancers, and is a senior class representative. After high school, she plans to attend Auburn University to major in forensic psychology. Her favorite high school memory is homecoming week. Next, we have Kyla McNeely. She is accompanied by her parents, Katrina McNeely and Michael Roberson. Kyla has been a varsity cheerleader for 4 years. She serves as the current class co-president for the senior class, the co-president of the library club, and is a member of student council. After graduation, she plans to continue cheering at Alabama A&M while majoring in getting a Master of Science in Kinesiology. Her most memorable time at SHS has been cheering on the Aggies. Next, we have Mary Lee Taylor being escorted by her parents Cindy Thornberry and Shannon Thornberry. She is a member of Focus, National Honor Society, and is a senior class representative. She plans to attend Auburn University and major in business next fall. Her favorite memory at SHS is being on the sidelines on Friday nights and cheering on the Aggies. Next, we have Bevan Walker being accompanied by her parents Brian and Crystal Walker. Bevan is a co-class president of the senior class, captain of the varsity cheerleaders, is a member of student council. Upon graduation, she plans to major in athletic training. This year's homecoming has been Bevan's favorite part of high school. Finally, we have Marley Watkins being escorted by her mother, Amy Watkins. Marley serves as the vice president of the senior class and is the reporter for National Honor Society. She is a participant in the Aggie TV, Key Club, and plays on the SHS golf team. She plans to pursue a degree in journalism with a major in audio and visual technology. Her favorite memory at SHS was being a part of the dance kit at this year's homecoming pep rally. Finally, we'd like to introduce our senior football players. Adam Robertson, number 65, is escorted by his father, John Robertson. Adam is the manager for the Aggie football team. After graduation, Adam would like to enter the workforce. His favorite memory of high school involves being a part of the football team. Next, we have Chris Walker, number 10. Chris is escorted by his mother and stepfather, Erica Walker and William Duncan. Chris plays varsity football and track for the Aggies and is a member of the library club. After high school, Chris plans to attend college. His favorite memory of this time here at SHS is the 2021 Homecoming Week celebrations. Next, we have Kyron Hughes, number 5. Kyron is escorted by his mother, LaTanya Johnson, and his aunt, Tamara Johnson. Kyron is involved in football and participates in shot put for track and field. He plans to attend college after high school. His favorite memory involves playing football with his teammates. Next, we have Riley Baysinger, number 2. He is being escorted by his parents, Chad and Misty Baysinger. Riley is a member of FCCLA, NHS, and student council. He also plays baseball and football for the Aggies. After high school, Riley plans to major in child development and play baseball or football at the collegiate level. His favorite memory is scoring his first touchdown against Childersburg. Jaquan Brownfield, number 8, is escorted by his mother, Marquita Brownfield. Jaquan also plays football and track and field for the Aggies. After high school, Jaquan plans to attend college. His favorite memory of high school is any day spent on the field with his brothers at SHS. Grayson Edwards, number 1, is being escorted by his parents, Michelle Edwards and Jeff Edwards. Grayson plays varsity football and basketball and is a member of FBLA. Grayson is planning to continue his college football career at the next level while majoring in exercise science and business. Grayson's favorite memory is when he scored 4 touchdowns in his first game as an Aggie last year against Leeds. Next, we have Ethan Holmes, number 73, being escorted by his parents, Alan and Crystal Holmes. Ethan has played football for all 4 years of high school. After graduation, he plans to get his CDL license for trucking. Ethan's favorite memory at SHS is homecoming week of his senior year and playing football with his brothers. Next, we have Camden Faircloth, number 19, being escorted by his parents, Billy and Shannon Faircloth. Camden is involved in varsity football and varsity soccer and is a member of National Honor Society. After high school, Camden plans on getting his welding certification. His favorite memory of high school involves the fun he had at all the pep rallies. Next, we have Keyshawn Jackson, number 27, being escorted by his mother, Monica Jackson, and his brother, Caleb Jackson. Keyshawn participates in track, soccer, basketball, and show choir. All-state show choir and ballet for the Aggies. After high school, Keyshawn plans to serve his country by joining the Air Force. His favorite memory of high school involves spending time with his friends and playing sports. Next, we have Hudson Hodges, number 56, being escorted by his parents, Bill and Christy Hodges. Hudson plays varsity football and varsity soccer. After graduation, he plans to attend Southern Union Community College. Hudson's favorite memories at SHS is playing his varsity sports, hanging out with his good friends, and the 2021 homecoming week. Next, we have Malik Cope, number 3. Malik is escorted by his parents, Tamika Nix and Cedric Cope. While at SHS, Malik has participated in various sports such as football, basketball, and track. I'm sorry, I need to make a correction right here. Next, we have Dexter Ty Jr., number 28. He's being escorted by his mother, Nicole Binion, and his father, Dexter Ty Sr. Ty plays varsity football and varsity soccer for the Aggies. After high school, Ty plans to serve his country by joining the Army. Malik Pope, number 3, is being escorted by his parents, Tamika Nix and Cedric Cope. While at SHS, Malik has participated in various sports such as football, basketball, and track. After high school, Malik plans to continue his athletic career at the collegiate level. His favorite memory at SHS is playing varsity sports and making memories with his good friends. Next, we have Blaze Rogers, number 32, being escorted by his father and stepmom, Arthur and Nicole Rogers, and his stepfather and his grandmother. Blaze plays varsity football for the Aggies, and after high school, he plans to earn his lineman certification. His favorite memory of high school involves the 2021 homecoming week. Next, we have Jeremiah Striblin, number 87, being escorted by his mother, Karen Zonick. Jeremiah plays varsity football for the Aggies. And after high school, Jeremiah plans to serve his country by joining the Army. His favorite memory involves the games played during the 2021 homecoming week. And finally, we have Jeremy Odom, number 6. Jeremy is being escorted by his grandmother, Sharon Wilton, and his girlfriend, Piaja Morris. During his junior year, Jeremy tragically lost his mom. The football team has been there to aid in this difficult time and rejoice in the good times. Today, our senior Aggies have decided to fill that supportive role again while escorting him down the field in honor of his mother. Jeremy dedicated his junior year to his late mother. His favorite memory is intercepting the football almost every game in honor of his mom. After high school, Jeremy plans to play football or run track at the collegiate level.
It is senior night at Sylacauga High School. The Aggies soon to take on the Holtville Bulldogs. Pregame presented by Sylacauga City Councilman District 3, Nate Brewer. We caught up a little bit earlier today with head football coach Rob Carter, and he had this to say about this Aggie football team and tonight's game.
Let's go, Aggies.
Coach Rob Carter Show brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales on West 1st Street in Sylacauga. And Coach, big win for you last week against Talladega at Mary Dumas on the road. Talk about that W.
Yeah, I mean, we went into going to Talladega and, you know, they're down in the numbers and probably a little bit of talent-wise. And, you know, what scares you the most is going into a place like that is your kids overlooking them, not taking them seriously. So, you know, we've drilled into their head all week, let's execute to our ability. And I think they did that, and we did a great job coming out early and getting ahead and able to play a lot of kids.
Another fantastic running game with Pope, and what more can you say about this guy?
Yeah, I mean, now it's to the point it doesn't surprise you. It almost, you know, it's expectations. But that's the offensive line giving you opportunities to you know, roam free back there, find him a crease, and when he hits that crease, it's with some speed, you know, and just making those dynamic plays and being able to maybe extend where there's not a whole lot there. And then, like I said, I don't know, he's just got a talent. I can't even describe him.
What kind of challenges does this present to a defense that's trying to just kind of contain this guy a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, they get as many people they can, what we call in the box, from tackle to tackle, and try to, corral him. And I know they're saying, hey, hit him low, wrap up, get a lot of people there. And he continues to just make people miss, break tackles. And our offensive line has done, and receivers have done a great job blocking and giving him the opportunity when he gets downfield, to just, move around and does what he does and goes in the end zone.
You get to play, or got to play a lot of kids against Talladega, and that can't be anything but good for you.
Right. I think we had 4 quarterbacks take snaps. I think everybody on the field, on the sideline, got an opportunity to take a snap as a varsity football player, and that's always great just for the, for far as, the enthusiasm of those guys that work every day, a scout team, and you get to see some guys that are going to help us in the future.
Edwards, how far has this guy come at quarterback?
Yeah, he's been great. As far as for me, I think learning the plan and the scheme of things, and it's been frustrating. He is a very good talent. Somebody needs to, just like Malik, they're missing out in the colleges with him. He's got the height, he's got the arm strength, learning how to read the defenses, understanding what they're giving up to tackle Malik, to get people in the box. He did an excellent job last week. I think we had 1 drop pass while he was at quarterback, but he was accurate, and he's really doing a good job.
You mentioned several times this morning about your offensive line. Pope's not going to be who he's going to be. Edwards not going to be who he's going to be and who you want them to be if that offensive line's not doing their job.
That's right. Coach Steers does an excellent job. Y'all met him, a couple weeks ago of really getting on those kids and staying with them and correcting their mistakes and making sure they're ready to play on Friday nights. We really tell them, hey, let's hold a block for 2 seconds. That's about what it takes to give him an opportunity to escape into, past that line of scrimmage, and they do an excellent job. And it really is. I've had a back before that's pretty good. Those linemen, it just makes them work that much, more enthusiasm, because that's a tough job. There's no glory really to it, but because Malik or whoever's running the football is toting all the glory for them, and he makes sure he congratulates them and appreciation for what they do for him.
Yeah, he knows which side of the bread is the butter's on.
That's right. That's right.
Defensively for Sylacauga, talk about the defense and how far they've come this year. Yeah,
I think coming in, I thought we were kind of small, but I knew what was our advantage was our speed and quickness, and we had some strength in those guys. And defensive front has really has done a great job of occupying blocks, giving our time for opportunity for our linebackers to be there, maybe some people in the secondary, and all in all, they've done an excellent job and probably improved more than the offense, honestly, and really proud of them. The communication is probably number one. Coach Jacks has done a great job of making sure they know where they're supposed to be. You can watch from game 1 from Leeds, where we had guys out of place, to where there was very little communication, and that has improved so much. So now they can lay their ears back and go attack the offense.
You mentioned Coach Jack. Sarah Automotive is bringing you a sweet selection with our best pre-owned inventory of the year and new vehicles arriving daily. We're giving you early access to our Slash-a-thon sale pricing. There's never been a better time to get more for your money. We've never paid more for your trade. Get a cash offer even if you don't buy from us. At Sarah Automotive, we're stepping on the gas and loading up our lot. Come in today and get more Ford, Honda, and Nissan for your money. No tricks, just slash prices all month long. Sarah Automotive, Highway 280, Sylacauga.
Key Club President Taylor Murphy will raise our flag.
Our national anthem tonight brought to you by Sylacauga Glass on Broadway, downtown Sylacauga.
Club President Taylor Murphy will raise our flag.
Our national anthem tonight brought to you by Sylacauga Glass on Broadway, downtown Sylacauga. Welcome back to Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Thanks to Deb and the folks at Sylacauga Glass for bringing you our national anthem tonight as we get closer and closer to kickoff time, Holtville and Sylacauga. We've got the starting lineups tonight brought to you by Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga, Charles Woods and Canara Woods at Community Funeral Home. Zachary Thomas, you start with Holtville's offense.
Quarterback Dalton Yark, number 2. Running back Sean Brackett, number 4. Wide receiver John Williamson, number 1. Wide receiver Eric Adkins, number 6. Wide receiver Cooper Mann, number 26. Wide receiver Brian Tate, number 32. Offensive lineman Lane Talley, number 50. Offensive lineman Tristan Gullidge, number 58. For the defense, defensive end Yakedridge Webb, number 5. Defensive end Cooper Mann, number 26. D lineman Matthew Morrison, number 54. Defensive lineman Jabarian Carter, number 60. Linebacker Connor Hackett, number 17. Linebacker Michael Forney, number 18. Linebacker Copeland Gillen, number 2. Cornerback Sean Brackett, number 4. Cornerback Dalton Yark, number 2. Strong safety John Williamson, number 1. And free safety Ty Langley, number 8.
Those are your offense and defensive starting lineups for Holtville. And Zach, you got the offense for the Sylacauga Aggies.
Quarterback Brayson Edwards, number 1. Running back Malik Pope, number 3. Wide receiver Jacam Cottingham, number 4. Wide receiver Quindavius Swain, number 7. Wide receiver Riley Basinger, number 2. Wide receiver Tavares Lauderdale, number 9. Right tackle Landon Burns, number 58. Right guard Nebrenican McElrath, number 45. Center Logan Corbett, number 50. Left guard Chris West, number 62. Left tackle Quan Beckham, number 64. And kicker Camden Faircloth, number 19. Now for the defense. Defensive end, Kyron Hughes, number 5. Nose guard, Ethan Holmes, number 73. Defensive end, Dalton Miley, number 80. Outside linebacker, Antony Borden, number 13. Outside linebacker, Jaquan Brownfield, number 8. Inside linebacker, Hudson Hodges, number 56. Inside linebacker, Bryant Waters, number 43. Cornerback, Jacam Cottingham, number 4. Cornerback, Tavares Lauderdale, number 9. Free safety, Jeremy Odom, number 6. Strong safety, Connor Twyman, number 11. Kicker, Camden Faircloth, number 19.
Those are your starting offensive and defensive lineups for the Sylacauga Aggies, all brought to you by Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga. And we thank all our sponsors, including First Bank of Alabama, for partnering with us to bring you high school football. Of course, Rick Morris along with us again tonight, Donahue Physical Therapy, and many, many others, Sylacauga Parks and Rec, Cindy Pennington, and Marble City Pharmacy, which provides our halftime show, and so many, many others, making high school football possible here tonight from Legion Stadium. It is a needful win for the Sylacauga Aggies tonight, as well as for the Bulldogs. Now, the Bulldogs, coached by Coach Franklin, and he's done an excellent job with the Holtville football program. Rob Carter in his first year at Sylacauga, and they're off to a 6-2 overall start, 4-1 in league play. The only 2 losses to Leeds and to Clay Central in the top 5 in Class 5A. And so Sylacauga has lost to 2 powerhouses with 1 loss between the 2 of them. So it should be interesting tonight, Sylacauga and Holtville. Sylacauga wants to run the football. They want to get it in the hands of Malik Pope. And if they can do that and get some blocking up front, Malik can do his thing, and Sylacauga should be in pretty good shape. But Holtville has got a nice football team. They've lost the last two games. They lost to Central of Clay County 36-0, and they lost last week to Tallahassee 21-14. So Sylacauga beat Tallahassee and lost to Clay Central as well. So teams match up pretty good. We'll see what happens tonight as these teams get set to go for high school football. Brought to you by Sarah Automotive on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. 60 degrees at game time, and we are about to get underway from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. High short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, and Sylacauga will have it at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. And Zach, good spot for Sylacauga to start this offense.
It is the most important thing on the first play is to get good field position.
And they do have that, and the penalty flag is down. Of course, that's going to be a legal procedure against Holtville, and that's a call when they kick it out of bounds. So Sylacauga will take over. Edwards and Basinger and Pope, these are solid football players, and a lot of them being honored tonight at senior night. And Sylacauga up to the line of scrimmage with their no-huddle offense. Edwards, the quarterback, he's a senior. Pope behind him. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Handoff to Pope, and Pope skirts outside, stiff arms, he's across the midfield and pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Zach, that stiff arm has worked really well for Malik Pope this year.
It does.
Got good block up front.
And he was pushed out by Chasen Webster.
Pick up close to 10 yards for Pope.
Good enough for an Aggie Sports Network.
It is a First Bank of Alabama first down on the Bulldog 45. Back to go to Pope this time, and he's hit in the backfield for no gain.
I was on Cooper Man there.
Tackle in the backfield.
You got good penetration, Zach, to make the tackle. So a loss of a couple, second down.
2nd and 13, Aggies.
Also 3, second down to 13 at the 48-yard line. And
We're having some technical difficulties with the scoreboard.
the Bulldogs want to force Sylacauga to throw the football. They want to stop the run game. And Malik Pope, he is so dangerous, he can break a big play at any moment. Edwards to throw, fires, it's incomplete up at the 40-yard line. Intended for Cottingham.
Edwards pass intended for number 4, Ja'Cory Cottingham. Incomplete. 3rd and 13 for the Aggies.
So to bring up 3rd down now for Sylacauga. Possession down for the Aggies, 10:59 to go in the first quarter. This offensive line with Beckham and West and Corbett and Thompson and Burns, they're good ones. Rolling to right, rolling away from pressure, throwing on the run, and it is incomplete. Sylacauga will be forced to punt.
It was good coverage.
Edwards pass.
There. It was good coverage.
Pass is incomplete. 4th and 13 for the Aggies.
So 4th down for the Aggies. So the first punt of the night.
In the punt for the Aggies. Number 19, Camden Fairclough.
Camden Fairclough, the punter. Special teams so important. Fairclough gets a nice kick out, and it's a little short. And let's see where they come back up the field with it. Didn't turn out to be as good a punt as you might first thought. Sylacauga under first-year coach Rob Carter, who spent a number of years at Beauregard. It's a 40-yard line. It wasn't a good punt at all. So Beauregard with a first down and 10. Tanner Potts, the quarterback. Forney sets up on the wing. And they flip it to the receiver who runs it out to the 45-yard line.
He was tackled there by Anthony Borden and also Tavares Lauderdale.
Eric Atkins, the sophomore, with the reception.
Yards pass.
Sylacauga defensively with Hughes, Holmes, Miley, Borden, and Brownfield. Hodges, Waters, Cottingham, Lauderdale, Odom, and Malik Pope. The guy we talked about is a pretty good running back, and he skirts left end up near the 50-yard line. That's John Williamson.
He was finally pushed out by Tyrann Hughes.
Number 1, John Williamson. Forced out of bounds with number 6, Jeremy Owens.
The First Bank of Alabama first down. Excuse me, it's short of the first down by a yard, 3rd and 1. Off the Aggie 48-yard line. Their own 48. There's a guy that is an excellent running back, Sean Brackett, who gets the first down over the 45.
He was tackled there by Connor Twyman.
Brackett's got good speed, good vision, and good moves, and he drives to the 45-yard line for a First Bank of Alabama first down. Brackett's averaging nearly 83 yards a game running the football. They go back to Brackett again off left side. He got 2 yards, but Sylacauga stacks him up pretty nicely.
Tackled there by Bryant Waters.
Tackle on the play by number 5, Tyrann Hughes.
So 2nd down.
Picks up 1 yard. 2nd and 9, Holtville.
Hughes helping out on the stop as well and giving him a yard in Aggie territory near the 44-yard line. Potts averaging 128 yards per game throwing the football. He doesn't like to run it a lot. This time he is going to keep it, and he stood up for a loss.
Tyrann Hughes there, bringing him back.
Sylacauga got good penetration, and Hughes the first one to get there. So we'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
3rd down and a long 9 at the Aggie 44-yard line. Potts swings it out of the backfield. Good coverage by Sylacauga. They missed a couple of tackles, and Eric Atkins picks up 4 or 5, but Sylacauga had a guy over there, just couldn't close the deal there.
Seemed like he tripped on his own.
Bring up 3rd down now. Excuse me, 4th down and about 7 at the Sylacauga 42-yard line. Garrett in at quarterback now. Listed as a wide receiver, but he plays quarterback as well. And Bulldogs going to call it timeout. 7:54 remaining in the first quarter. Sylacauga and Holtville, no score. Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule.
After a delay of game, they're going to punt it now. And great kick. He's going to kick out of bounds at about the 6-yard line.
That was a great one.
So the delay of game probably planned to give them a little more punting room, and it goes out of bounds at the 6-yard line, so Sylacauga deep in their own territory. But we know how dangerous Malik Pope is. We've seen him break off 80 and 90 runs with 90-yard runs with regularity this year. And this offensive line has done a fantastic job blocking for him, and wide receivers as well. So it's a first down for the Aggies at their own 6-yard line. No score here early on. We got Hughes in the backfield now. Here's Pope off right in. And Pope gets close to the 9-yard line. Pope running behind that big offensive line.
Malik Pope, head right in. Play picked up 3 yards. Tackle on the play by number 60.
Second down for Sylacauga.
Second down and 7.
Pick up 3, so 2nd and 7. Edwards, the quarterback. Here's Pope reversing his field and gets a little running room. He's over the 15, and he will have the first down up at the 19-yard line. Nice move by Malik Pope. Kind of turned on a dime then.
They did. Tackled there by, and that's the catches Webb.
Also Michael Forney helping out on it. So it's First Bank of Alabama first down. Remember, this started at the 6-yard line. Pope, 20, there he goes. Okay, he stepped out of bounds up at the 38-yard line, but a huge run by Malik Pope.
I believe he's going to be doing that all night.
He got great vision, great balance, and when he gets on the sideline and turns on the afterburners, you better get somebody on him because he's not going to stop. Biggest run of the night so far for Malik Pope. Last few games, he's run over 300 yards. That's the First Bank of Alabama first down. Go back to Pope. And Pope is knocked down at the 39-yard line.
He was tackled there by the catcher's Webb and also Copeland Gillen.
So second down
2 yards.
for the Aggies with 6 minutes to go in so far a scoreless first quarter. Sarah Automotive on Highway 280, whether it's Sarah Honda, Sarah Nissan, or Tony Sarah Ford, great savings going on right now. And even if you don't buy a vehicle from us, we're going to offer you top dollar on your vehicle. We'll buy yours. Second down and 8. Pope is got a yard, maybe 2, and that's all.
He was brought down by Connor Hackett.
At right guard.
You know that Holtville is looking for number 3 for sure.
Tackle on the play by number 17, Connor.
So third down and long,
Picks up a yard.
3rd and 7 for Sylacauga. Possible passing down here as Swain comes to the bottom of the screen. Cottingham to the top. 3rd and 7. Edwards to throw. Fires in the flat, caught. And Basinger is out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
He kind of body slammed him there. That was Dalton Yarrick.
Tackle on the play.
Look at this. He hits him, but he just throws him. Goodness.
4th and 1 Aggies.
That was a great pattern run by Basinger. So see where they spot it. It's 4th down and less than a yard at the 32-yard line. Sylacauga's going to run the power package this time. You give it off to Pope, and Pope trying to skirt left, right, and he does. Got the first down and more. And he's inside the 20-yard line, Malik Pope.
Finally brought out of bounds. They're about Curtis Blaze, but what a run again by Pope. He's just unstoppable at this point.
Got great speed, that's for sure. A lot of people, a lot of colleges, you know, really need to take a look at this young man because he's something special. It's the First Bank of Alabama first down at the 17-yard line. Again, inside handoff, bullying his way to about the 12-yard line. And it's a fumble, and yeah, Holtville comes up with it as Hughes coughed up the football. Just look at the replay, and you can see it as he's hit from behind. It comes out, and Holtville recovers a fumble.
It was knocked out by Copeland Gillen.
On their own 13-yard line.
So the first turnover of the night. Sylacauga had a nice drive moving. Started at their 6-yard line, and they fumble at the Holtville 12. There's a guy I was telling you about. He's a hard running back, Sean Brackett.
Tackled there by Jeremy Odom.
Tackle on the play by number 6, Jeremy Odom. Play good enough for a first down.
Brackett is a junior, 6'1", 185 pounds. First Bank of Alabama first down. We go back to him again, big hole. Near the 30-yard line, now bullying his way across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Tackled there by Connor Twyman.
They wanted to match up Brackett against Pope of Sylacauga running the football. They think that they've got somebody that can break the big play themselves.
He was also brought down by Tony Borden.
Picked up 9 on the play, 2nd and 1, 3:20 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Offensive line looked like the tackle moved on this side, number 75, and that will move it back 5 yards. I mean, it had a lot of penalties in the first quarter, just a couple, so that's a good thing. 75 is Carson Reese. He's 6 foot, 235 pound sophomore. Kind of hard for him to hide when he stands up. Quarterback keeper. And Sylacauga not fooled by that at all.
He was brought down by Jakari Cottenham and also Kyran Hughes.
Dalton Zorick on the carry.
Jaquan Brownfield also in there.
Play loses a yard.
They lost a yard on that. Here's a penalty. I think a face mask on Sylacauga. 15 yards too. Oh, that is not good. So just as we said, very few penalties. There's the first major distance penalty, and it's 15 yards against Sylacauga. Remember, this drive started at the 12 and helped out with a penalty. The Bulldogs got it up at the Sylacauga 41 yard, at the Bulldog 41-yard line. Brackett. He's got maybe 2 yards to the 44.
It was brought down there by Jaquan Brownfield as we hit 2.5 left in the first quarter.
Bryant Waters, the junior, helping out on the stop as well. 2nd down and 8. Beautiful, beautiful night for football. Good defense by the Aggies.
Tackled by Ethan Holmes.
Brackett with the carry. Play fails the game. 3rd and 7. Bulldogs.
3rd and 7. Dalton Miley, the junior, playing well so far in the first half is also. Going out here in the flat, Sylacauga, not fooled at all.
Tackled there by Vars Lauderdale and also Antonio Gordon.
John Williamson, the receiver, and he didn't have anywhere to go, so it's 4th down. Minute 20 to go in the first quarter. Holtville and Sylacauga scoreless. First quarter action brought to you by Sylacauga Parks and Rec. Boy, they are ever busy at the Recreation Center with all these fall sports going on. Line drive punt that kicks out of bounds up near the 30-yard line. You know, you're talking about Parks and Recreation. They've got numerous parks in town, and keeping those up, keeping the grass cut, keeping the sporting events going. Plus, they've got the senior center there at the rec, and Church of the Highlands has services there, and so it's a busy hub of activity at the Sylacauga Parks and Recreation Department, and Jim and the folks do a fantastic job there, and we appreciate them for what they bring to the table for the city of Sylacauga. First down and 10 for the Aggies from the 30-yard line. Got a man open, incomplete, trying to get it to Basinger again, but a little too strong then, and Sylacauga got a man slow getting up.
It was good coverage there by Michael Forney.
Logan Corbett, the Aggie player, a little slow getting up. Well, 2nd down and 10.
47 left in the first quarter. The score is still 0-0.
That's unusual. We usually got
It
points
is.
scored. 2nd down and 10. 5-man front. Off it goes to Pope, and Pope is in trouble. Tackle back at the 25-yard line.
Great tackle there by Cooper Mann, and there's another train.
Yep, have one every game, doesn't it?
Every game.
Mann's 6'2", 235-pound defensive end.
3rd and 15 Aggies.
He's a good one.
Might not snap it again.
You may be right. Sylacauga and Holtville. A lot of people thought this was going to be a tight football game, and so far it has proven to be that as we tick to the end of the first quarter. Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week on WOTM and WOIL television. Holtville nothing, Sylacauga nothing. Back to Legion Stadium after this. Sarah Automotive is bringing you a sweet selection with our best pre-owned inventory of the year and new vehicles arriving daily. We're giving you early access to our slash-a-thon sale pricing. There's never been a better time to get more for your money. We've never paid more for your trade. Get a cash offer even if you don't buy from us. At Sarah Automotive, we're stepping on the gas and loading up our lot. Come in today and get more Ford, Honda, and Nissan for your money. No tricks, just slash prices all month long. Sarah Automotive, Highway 280, Sylacauga.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
A scoreless first quarter, Holtville and Sylacauga in a big region matchup between these two teams. Holtville 6-3 overall, Sylacauga 6-2. This is a Region 4 5A matchup. The Aggies will have 3rd down now. looking to throw. Deep down corner, and it's a jump ball. It's incomplete. Williamson on the coverage. As the intended receiver went up for Sylacauga. He had a shot at it, but just couldn't come down with it. So it's fourth down.
4th and 15 Aggies.
Good coverage by Williamson. Edwards threw it, and it was single coverage, but broken up nicely by the Bulldogs. Sylacauga late getting the player on. It's a high snap, and whistles blow, and I think maybe Sylacauga got a timeout or the illegal procedure against Sylacauga. And that's fortunate for the Aggies because that snap rolled into the end zone, and that could have been real problems. Sylacauga very late trying to get a player on the field and unsteady on that snap on the punt. So Faircloth will stand at his 8th. Another high snap into the end zone. That's trouble, but a fall and kicks it out of the end zone. And that's a safety, and it's 2-0. Again, back-to-back high snaps. And it is 2-0 as Holtville takes the lead early. And what an odd play. The center, Logan Corbett, just snapped it over the head of the punter. I think it was Corbett in center. And so Holtville leads Sylacauga by the oddest of scores, 2-0. Second quarter action brought to you by Donahue Physical Therapy, and they've got their open house coming up next month too. At Donahue Physical Therapy, and ribbon cutting and all that kind of good stuff, and you'll want to be a part of that. As Ben and the folks, they provide such a quality service to the citizens of Sylacauga and surrounding areas. Physical therapy, and they moved into their new remodel location. Just down the street from their old location, a couple of blocks on Fort Williams. And I was in there just a couple of weeks ago, and Ben showing me around. It is fantastic. Want you to go by there and visit with them as well. All your physical therapy needs is Donahue Physical Therapy on West Fort Williams in Sylacauga. Donahue Physical Therapy presents the second quarter of the Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week. Faircloth to kick off. Holtville leads it 2-0. Kick down the field. And just a little reverse. And some running room midfield. Out of bounds near the 40-yard line. A little razzle-dazzle with Williamson. And ended up with a football on the little reverse, and penalty flag is down. That's going to be holders. That'll bring that back. And you see that oftentimes when you have a play like that. You'll see somebody blocking the back or hold, and so the Aggies will go on defense as they run that little reverse, but there's a block in the back. And there it is right there. So we'll mark it back with the penalty to the 35-yard line. First down and 10 for the Holtville Bulldogs, who lead Sylacauga by a score of 2-0. Quiet Aggie crowd. Needs something big to happen here for them. Potts looks. He's going to wind up and throw. Got a man wide open. Caught at the 40-yard line. He was out to practice early. That is Eric Atkins. Atkins got a couple of steps on the defender, and trying to get back over there is the defender, but he could not. That's Lauderdale. First Bank of Alabama first down. Penalty flag down. as Brackett runs to the 35-yard line. That is against
Illegal
Holtville.
shift against the Bulldogs.
That'll be a 5-yard mark off.
5-yard penalty.
Holtville, under Coach Franklin, is a solid football team. They're from Deatsville, Alabama, down near Montgomery, and they play great football in that region. Remember last year, on the road, Sylacauga beaten by Holtville. 1st and 15. And a great job defensively by the Aggies to wrap up Brackett.
Number 4, Sean Brackett.
Dalton Miley
Right in.
there for Sylacauga, along with Bryant Waters. Bryant Waters.
Play loses 2
So it's
yards.
2nd down and still
Second and
15. 10-18 to go in the first half. Holtville 2, Sylacauga nothing. Holtville got a safety a few minutes ago on a bad snap on the punt for Sylacauga. Fumble. Sylacauga says they got it. I think they do. Yep. Hughes recovers the fumble. Just a bad exchange as Zoric dropped the football. Hughes recovers for Sylacauga. The Aggies will have it at the Bulldog 49-yard line.
1st and 10 from the
They will make some noise here for the Aggies offensively. Had a couple of big runs, but trailing by a score of 2-0. 9:58 remaining in the half. Edwards out of the spread. Pope off the left guard. He got a yard, but stacking him up is Connor Hackett, the linebacker. So Ty Langley in on the stop. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. As we mentioned, Coach Franklin wants to force Sylacauga to throw the football, so they're getting a lot of people up in the box. Sylacauga's going to have to loosen that thing up a little bit. Here's Edwards to throw. Looks, got time, fires down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Lauderdale. So it's 3rd down.
3rd and 9 for the Aggies.
On the coverage, John Williamson. Don't forget our halftime show. Both bands will be performing at halftime. And brought to you by Marble City Pharmacy. I was in the pharmacy today, and man, they've got that store so beautifully decorated for the fall. And they've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 pharmacists to help you. Pumping, and he's in trouble, and he gets to the 40-yard line as just a heads-up play by Edwards.
Tackled by number 17.
And you see he got some pressure, couldn't find the receiver. He pumps it and now pulls it down to run, and he's up near the 40-yard line. So the Aggies trying to make something happen here, 4th and very short at the power backfield again. Last time they ran this, they picked up a 1st down. This time, 2, 1st down and more. Headed to the end zone, pulled down from behind at the 9-yard line. And that's the first time we've seen Brownfield carry the football tonight, but he runs north and south, got good speed, and he's tackled from behind at the 9-yard line.
Play good enough for an Aggie Sports Network 1st down.
So 1st down and 10, they'll mark it at 6. Same power backfield. Here is quarterback keeper. He pitches on the corner. It's a touchdown to Malik Pope. Penalty flag is down, however. Let's check the flag. Holding against Sylacauga. Oh, wow. That's a backbreaker there. That'll wipe a touchdown off the board. Beautiful option play from Edwards to Pope. But that'll mark the touchdown off the board. And the hole apparently somewhere near the 1 yard line. They mark it out to the 11.
First and goal for the 11.
First and goal for the Aggies. Got the big backfield in. Bulling his way inside the 5 to about the 4 yard line. That is Hughes on the carry. Hughes is a big load. Now, you're just not going to get him down easily. And Michael Forney, the linebacker, are kind of hanging on. Forney's 6'3", 210 pounds. So second and goal from the 5. Aggies trail 2-0, 7:46 remaining in the first half. The big backfield package in. They go back to Hughes, and it's a touchdown. Hughes from 5 yards out, and the Aggies on the board. After the recovered fumble, the Aggies took a little time to get it in the end zone, and they lead for the first time tonight, 6-2 over Holtville. Camden Fairclough with a point after. Kick is up, and the kick is good. With 7:27 remaining in the first half, Sylacauga 7, Holtville 2. This is the Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week on WOTM and WOIL television.
Amya Inc. is a leading global producer of calcium carbonate and a worldwide distributor of specialty chemicals. Amya has an unwavering commitment to quality and total customer satisfaction through leadership in manufacturing technology, product innovation, application expertise, incomparable service, and an exceptional understanding of our customers' needs. Amya takes pride in continuous direct customer communications to understand their changing needs for new product development and logistical support. Amya Inc. is pleased to have been a part of the Sylacauga and surrounding communities since 1992.
Back at Legion Stadium after the Aggies cobble together a drive and take the lead by a score of 7-2 over the Holtville Bulldogs. This is senior night for the Aggies. All the seniors, football, cheerleaders, and band, and all that kind of stuff, they were introduced tonight. Fairclough kicks off. Again, it's fumble, and Sylacauga's got it. Inside the 20-yard line, the Aggies recover the kickoff. And that is Ikari Cottingham. So back-to-back turnovers by Holtville. And the Aggies make them pay. Ikari Cottingham, the sophomore, with the recovery. And the Aggies have it deep in Holtville territory, entering the red zone, leading 7-2. $7:18 to go in the half. They stay with that big package that they've run successfully the last series. They go back again to Hughes, and Hughes with a penalty flag flying in. That may be a hold against Sylacauga.
Number 5, Karen Hughes, that left in on a penalty play.
Not much going on in there. Some pushing and shoving happening. Hughes may have got 2 yards, but let's check the penalty. Oftentimes you throw it in that middle and it's holding, but we'll wait and see. The referee talking to his fellow officials, and he is about to let us know about it. It is holding against the Aggies.
Holding against the Aggies.
They'll mark it back 10 yards to the 31-yard line. First down, they got to get to the 10.
First and 20 for the Aggies.
Pick up 21 yards to get the first down. Here's Edwards to throw. Looking, throwing across the middle, incomplete. Off the hands of Riley Basinger.
Edwards pass intended for number 2, Riley Basinger. Second and 20 for the Aggies.
A little slant pattern that Basinger just could not hang on to it. Basinger's one of those seniors for the Aggies. Sylacauga brings in Jaquan Brownfield now. He had a nice run a little earlier. Second down and about 20. Penalty flag is down again. That's in the Aggie backfield. Illegal procedure.
Dead ball, false start against the Aggies.
False start against the Aggies. That'll mark it back 5 more yards. So what was a promising fumble recovery on the kickoff has turned into a penalty fest here at the 36-yard line now. Here's Edwards, and hit in the backfield and knocked down. Nope, breaking a tackle. Another penalty flag is down. And they try to finally get the ball carrier down. Well, let's check this penalty.
Jaquan Brownfield with a carry left hand.
That's a hit to the head. So that's a major distance penalty against Holtville. Helmet to helmet. You just can't do that. Let's see who that was called on and how the officials rule on this.
Personal foul targeting against the Bulldogs. That's a 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty, still short of the first down.
Replay, second down.
Second and 12 now. Edwards on the option. Running room 15. Malik Pope for the Aggies. No, you just don't teach this. Pope has just got blinding speed, and
Good enough for an Aggies Sports
he gets
Network.
to the 10-yard line before he's run out of bounds. That'll be a
And goal Aggies.
First Bank of Alabama first down, first and goal Sylacauga at the 10-yard line. And the Aggies headed south, leading 7-2. Donahue Physical Therapy bringing you the second quarter action. And there's a timeout call.
Timeout on the field.
I want to mention my friend Rick Morris. You know, Rick is he's involved in trucking industry and moving freight. You know, there's been all this conversation about these tankers and stuff that's out in the you know, different waterways, and they can't get them unloaded. And Logistics with Integrity, that's TAMCO. And Rick Morris is the logistics management consultant. He knows all about this stuff. And when he says there's problems with getting freight, there's problems getting freight. And you see it in the supermarkets, you see it other places too. But Rick Morris is working hard to make sure that they move the freight they're responsible to move. Proudly supporting high school football. That's my friend Rick Morris. TAMCO with Logistics with Integrity. We continue with high school football. tonight brought to you by Coosa Valley Medical Center. Don't forget, Coosa Valley Medical Center is giving the vaccines every Wednesday beginning at 8 o'clock. And understand now that the Pfizer vaccine, the booster, is effective for any other vaccine that you may have taken. So keep that in mind next week. At the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. Inside handoff to Brownfield. Brownfield has got a yard maybe and not much more. Had a little hole there, but they stood him up. He may have got 2 or 3 yards. 2nd and goal. 6 minutes to go in the half. 2nd and goal from the 7. Got the big backfield package again. Here is first man through to the 5. It'll be 3rd and goal. That is Brownfield again. And on the stop, Cooper Mann, the defensive end. So 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line, and the Bulldog defense is stiffened here. They got a good football team, good defense. So 3rd and goal for the Aggies. Still a quiet crowd for Sylacauga. Edwards looks, turns, gives to Pope. Pope behind his tackle, runs it into the end zone from 7 yards out. Malik Pope. Touchdown for the Aggies. Pope made it look easy, man. He ran behind that left side, and he got some great blocks. And that big old 64 for Sylacauga, Juan Beckham, he blocked his man all the way into the end zone. Hughes had a good block as well, kick-out block, so the Aggies with a 13-2 lead. Point after is up, and it is true. With 4:59 remaining in the first half, Sylacauga has opened up a 14-2 lead over the Holtville Bulldogs. Back to Legion Stadium on WOTM and WOIL High School Game of the Week.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
2 turnovers leads to 2 Aggie touchdowns. After a bad snap by the Aggies resulted in the safety. But Sylacauga's put 2 touchdowns on the board since then. 5-yard touchdown run and by Hughes, and a 7-yard touchdown run by Malik Pope. The Aggies kick off. And that is going to go out of bounds. We're seeing a lot of that this year. Just seem to have trouble. I know they like to kick toward the corners, but oftentimes it goes out of bounds before it gets to the end zone. So it's going to give Holtville good field position. Sylacauga 14, Holtville 2. 4:52 remaining in the first half. Don't forget our halftime show tonight brought to you by Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga. First down and 10 for Holtville. Dalton Yorick, the quarterback. He has got Sean Brackett back there with him. Sylacauga showing blitz. They'll send Brackett out wide to the right. And then they'll bring him back just a little bit in the slot now. And they throw it to Brackett. Brackett's got some room. Brackett's across midfield to the Aggie 47-yard line. Nice play from Yorick to Brackett. They didn't touch Brackett for 10 yards.
Picks up a Bulldog first down.
And Getting him out of bounds is Connor Twyman. So that is a First Bank of Alabama first down. Coach Franklin knows that his team needs to get some points on the board before halftime. There he is again. Brackett. He's got another first down. He changes his direction
with the carry it right in.
and
On the play, but
gets the first down. That is a First Bank of Alabama first down. At the Sylacauga 41-yard line, timeout is called with 4:05 to go in the first half. Sylacauga 14, Holtville 2. Back with more from Legion Stadium after this.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Amnia, one of our sponsors of high school football, one of our large quarries here in Sylacauga. This is a worldwide company, employ many, many people locally, and the purest marble in the world comes from our quarries right here in Sylacauga, Alabama. We appreciate them sponsoring high school football for another season. First down for Holtville at the Sylacauga 36-yard line. Dalton Yorick, the quarterback. And movement on the front. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage. And they took too much time. So delay a game against the Bulldogs. So it'll be 1st and 15 now.
5-yard penalty. 1st and 15.
At the 41-yard line. They've got to get to the Aggie 31 for the first down. Excuse me, the 26 for the first down. Wanting to throw. And got a man out here. And it is a touchdown. Actually, they tackle him around the 1-yard line.
Pass complete to number 1, John Williams. Tackling the play by number 6, Jeremy Swain.
Well, nice throw and catch. They do get him down at about the 1. On the coverage is Odom, but it's 1st and goal with the First Bank of Alabama first down. So just like that, the Bulldogs right back in it. Timeout is called. Sylacauga calls the timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 3:42 to go in the first half. Sylacauga 14, Holtville 2.
Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves the cities of Sylacauga, Childersburg, Moody, and surrounding counties. Unlike regular banks, Heritage South Credit Union is member-owned, and with over 13,000 members, Heritage South Credit Union is the premier financial institution in the markets they serve. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for over 80 years, federally insured by the NCUA.
Heritage South Federal Credit Union, one of our wonderful sponsors of high school football. And many people have their homes financed there, their cars financed there, and just a good hometown bank. And they've got locations several places, including 2 here in Sylacauga, 1 in Childersburg, 1 in Alexander City. That's Heritage South Federal Credit Union. First and goal at the 2-yard line. Brackett taking the snap himself. And he didn't get in the end zone. Sylacauga pushing him back. Penalty flag is down, however. And that's probably going to go against Sylacauga. And I think they've targeted number 9, personal foul, Lauderdale. Let's watch this. I don't know if we can see the entirety of it, but as they continue to push, you see Lauderdale right there, and he slams him down. That's where the penalty flag came in. Getting much closer to the goal line than that. That's a touchdown off right guard for Brackett. So the long pass play got
touchdown
Holtville deep in Aggie territory, and they push it in from a yard out, and it's 14-8 now. Sylacauga bitten by the big play pass game by Yorick, and the point after now to follow the touchdown with Noah Keller to kick it. 3:14 to go. Keller to attempt the point after. It's up, and it is no good. He missed the extra point. Sylacauga 14, Holtville 8. Donahue Physical Therapy presents second quarter action as penalty flags are down again. Yeah, roughing the kicker against Sylacauga. Wow, extra point is good. The official said it wasn't good. The referee says it is good, and I don't know what we're doing now.
Dead ball running into the kicker.
The kick was no good, and so they're going to re-kick it now after the penalty. Roughing the kicker, and so we'll redo it again. The officials clearly signaled that the extra point was no good, but then the referee caught roughing the kicker, and so we'll do it again. Keller this time kicks it high and kicks it true.
Now the extra point goes.
Sylacauga 14, Holtville 9 with 3:14 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Legion Stadium for the Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week right after this.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
Curtis & Son Funeral Home, locations in Sylacauga and in Childersburg for pre-need to at-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, been a long-time advertising partner here on WOIL, WOTM television. Holtville draws closer to the Aggies, trailing 14-9 with 3:14 to go in the first half. And all the points have come after big plays. Kick is taken in at the 23-yard line. And horse collar down at the 35. Jeremy Odom on the return. He's a senior. And
Number 6, Jeremy Odom with the return.
Brought it back about 10 yards, maybe 12 for the kickoff return for the Aggies. It's first down. Sylacauga with the first down at their 35-yard line. Plenty of time, 3:04 to go in the first half. And you can look for Sylacauga to try to move the chains. Hurrying in is Quindavius Swain at a slot position. Throwing. And he's caught and headed to the end zone untouched for the touchdown. Just like that. How you like that one? Lauderdale for Sylacauga. Great throw by Edwards. A 70-yard touchdown throw and catch. And just like that, the Aggies take no time to run out to a 20-9 lead. That's a big play. And you couldn't throw it any better than Edwards threw it. And great catch for the touchdown by Lauderdale. One after is good. 2:53 to go in the first half. Sylacauga 21, Holtville 9. And hey, don't forget, too, you can catch next Friday night. We'll be over in Childersburg for Fayetteville and Childersburg in John Cox Stadium. And a pregame show at 6:30, brought to you by Sylacauga City Councilman District 3, Nate Brewer. And pregame continues in part brought to you by Community Funeral Home with our starting lineups, National Anthem by Sylacauga Glass. We wind down the regular season, game 10 next week. As Childersburg will take on Fayetteville Wolves. Neither of those teams going to make the playoffs, but I don't think Fayetteville has ever beaten Childersburg in the years that they played. Fairclough kicks away. And it's taken in the 12-yard line. 30, 35, pull forward to the 37-yard line. And scuffling going on there. And Yorick with a kickoff return. So it'll be a first down for the Bulldogs from their 38-yard line. Sylacauga 21, Holtville 9. Big plays have been the name of the game tonight. Yorick looks over to Coach Franklin to get the play. Sylacauga really stood up bracket for no gain. Good penetration by the Aggies. Now you see they just lowered their heads. Big defensive tackle for Sylacauga. He got in there in a hurry to make the stop. Ethan Holmes. Hughes helping out as well. Second down and 10. 2 minutes to go. Sylacauga got to watch the big play. Yorick looking to throw. He's on the run. Fires. And it is caught up here at the 45-yard line. Reception by John Williamson. Yorick with a great throw as he was running away from pressure. And at the last moment, he fires it. And Williamson's got the first down. First Bank of Alabama, first down at the Aggie 45-yard line. And let's see if there's a penalty on this. I think there is. And let's see how this one's going to play out. It's a holding against Sylacauga. And legal man downfield. Legal participation against Holtville, so they'll replay the down.
Those penalties offset.
We wipe the big play off the board with penalties on both teams. So we'll rewind it and do it again. Second down and 10. Empty backfield for Yorick. hands to Brackett. Brackett is really wrapped up. Sylacauga had a lot of people around him.
Sean Brackett is right in.
Borden is one of them.
Play loses a yard. 3rd and 11, Bulldogs.
Hudson Hodges also making his presence felt. 3rd down and 11. Sylacauga defensively with Hughes and Holmes and Miley and Borden and Brownfield and Hodges and Waters and Cottingham, Lauderdale, Odom and Malik Pope. 3rd down, pressure, spinning away from pressure, looking, throwing, and it is maybe intercepted. Let's see if they give it to the Aggies here on the interception. I think they do. A lot of pressure by the defense and Hughes, and a little jump pass, and Sylacauga intercepts it.
Yarrow's pass, intercepted by
Interception by Odom.
Jeremy Odom.
So Odom's done a good job here for the Aggies in the 2nd quarter. So with 41 seconds to go, the Aggies have the football, and they're going to mark it. Let's see where they spot it. At the 45-yard line, so wouldn't be surprised if Sylacauga didn't unload again, leading 21-9. Edwards already a 1 touchdown pass, 80-yard touchdown pass. He's looking to throw on the run again, and it is caught inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line. Reception made by Cottingham, and Sylacauga up the line of scrimmage in a hurry. And they stopped the clock with the snap, and Edwards downed the football. So with 29 seconds to go, Sylacauga deep in Holtville territory on another big throw and catch. 1st down and 10 from the 16. Caught, touchdown Sylacauga. So the Aggies opening it up. Quandavius Swain. Swain's in single coverage. Edwards finds him, throws it the only place he can throw it. And Quandavius Swain, the sophomore, takes it in from about 15 yards out. And the Aggies increase their lead now to 27-9. Point after by Faircloth is up, and it is good. So the Aggies strike again with 19 seconds to go in the 1st half. Sylacauga 28 and Holtville 9. Personal foul roughing the passer against, I think it was a personal foul. Maybe on Sylacauga, I'm not sure. But we'll kind of sort it out for you when we come back. Let's take a break and head back to Legion Stadium after this.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega Motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy Hybrid Duo Chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.
Sylacauga showing their flexibility of run and throw. Leads Holtville 28-9. Holtville led 2-0. Sylacauga took the lead 14-2. Holtville with a touchdown 14-9. Sylacauga with back-to-back touchdowns. Now then, a major distance penalty assessed on the kickoff against Sylacauga. And Holtville, with 19 seconds to go, will receive the kick. Running laterally, penalty flag is down again. And take it down to the 33-yard line, holding against Holtville. We've seen after just mentioned in the first quarter, only 2 penalties. It's been flags all over the field since then. So holding against Holtville, that'll back it up 10 yards. Don't forget the bands at halftime, both Holtville and Sylacauga performing. It is senior night for the Sylacauga Aggies. The Aggies senior football players playing their final regular season game at Legion Stadium, and looking forward to the playoffs, and hopefully the Aggies with a win tonight can secure that second spot and host a first round playoff game here. And that will be the first time in a number of years. So Holtville giving ground here now. And the bracket, not a whole lot happening as the first half comes to a close. Sylacauga with a strong second quarter. And they open up a 28-9 lead over the Holtville Bulldogs. The Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week continues. Our halftime show brought to you by Marble City Pharmacy, coming up after the break.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega Motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy Hybrid Duo Chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.
Marching band. Under the direction of band director Travis Hickman, assistant director Holly Phillips, and drum major Aaron Wilson. Tonight's performance is entitled Boy Band. Selections include The Right Stuff, Sucker, Larger Than Life, and I Want It That Way. Drum major Aaron Wilson is surely ready. Now join us after Green Cheese perform Wolverine.
Sarah Automotive is bringing you a sweet selection with our best pre-owned inventory of the year and new vehicles arriving daily. We're giving you early access to our slash-a-thon sale pricing. There's never been a better time to get more for your money. We've never paid more for your trade. Get a cash offer even if you don't buy from us. At Sarah Automotive, we're stepping on the gas and loading up our lot. Come in today and get more Ford, Honda, and Nissan for your money. No tricks, just slash prices all month long. Sarah Automotive, Highway 280, Sylacauga.
Amya Inc. is a leading global producer of calcium carbonate and a worldwide distributor of specialty chemicals. Amya has an unwavering commitment to quality and total customer satisfaction through leadership in manufacturing technology, product innovation, application expertise, incomparable service, and an exceptional understanding of our customers' needs. Amya takes pride in continuous direct customer communications to understand their changing needs for new product development and logistical support. Amya Inc. is pleased to have been a part of the Sylacauga and surrounding communities since 1992.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
You may take the field for your halftime performance.
Look at them over there. They're all staring down here.
the 2021 SHS Marching Aggie Band.
Oh my God, look, there's a drone. There's a drone. Look, there's a drone.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Sarah Automotive is bringing you a sweet selection with our best pre-owned inventory of the year and new vehicles arriving daily. We're giving you early access to our Slash-a-thon sale pricing. There's never been a better time to get more for your money. We've never paid more for your trade. Get a cash offer even if you don't buy from us. At Sarah Automotive, we're stepping on the gas and loading up our lot. Come in today and get more Ford, Honda, and Nissan for your money. No tricks, just slash prices all month long. Sarah Automotive, Highway 280, Sylacauga. Welcome back to Legion Stadium, your halftime show presented by Marble City Pharmacy, and both bands did a fantastic job, and we appreciate them sponsoring our halftime every week. Sylacauga with a 28-9 lead over Holtville at halftime. Over in Randolph County, B.B. Comer, another big region game. B.B. Comer thumping Randolph County 33-0. This is B.B. Comer's final game of the regular season. They'll conclude their season at 8-2 and host first round of the playoffs in 2 weeks. Right here tonight, as we look at the first half highlights, Zach, Sylacauga fell behind early on a bad snap and a punt that went into the end zone, and the kicker from Sylacauga kicked it out of the end zone, so that got that safety. And so we look at the highlights. You look at a full moon tonight at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga, and there's a bad snap right there, and Faircloth did wisely and kicked it out of the end zone, so it's 2-0. But here come Sylacauga back with Hughes with a nice touchdown run to put the Aggies on the board. Hughes, a big fullback. Here's Malik Pope, and what Malik Pope does from 7 yards out, touchdown Aggies. So it's 14-2. But Holtville strikes back with a big offensive play, and then this touchdown run right here to make it 14-9. But Sylacauga with 2 second quarter touchdowns, and here's a big one right here, 70 yards throw and catch, and that is Lauderdale with a 70-yard touchdown catch to throw of Edwards, and it's 21-9. Sylacauga still not through, and here is Edwards again throwing into the corner of the end zone to Quindavia Swain, and Sylacauga with a 28-9 lead. So Sylacauga, Zach, with 2 touchdown passes from Edwards in the first half.
Yes, he's been doing very good tonight.
Yeah, he has, and he's a senior. He's really improved his throwing, and is that the cow jumping over the moon right there? Did you see that?
I'm not sure.
It looked like Sylacauga leading 28-9 as we get set to go through the third quarter. A lot of penalty flags in the second quarter especially. Sylacauga leading at 28-9. If the Aggies win this game, which they're in good shape right now, if they win this game, they will set them up to host a first-round playoff game at the stadium. And talking with the coaching staff a little bit earlier today, Rob Carter and some of his staff, it looks like it may be Andalusia that Sylacauga would play. And remember, Andalusia's had some good teams down through the years. They've kind of fallen on the hard time. I think they're 4-4 this year, but it looks like Sylacauga may play Andalusia. Not absolutely sure about that. We'll find out more next week as Faircloth prepares to kick off for Sylacauga to begin the third quarter with the Aggies on top 28-9 as we're underway in the third quarter. And it is a short kick, bouncing around. It's on the ground and picked up. And now it's loose. And look at this guy. Here's the guy that we've been telling you about all night, Sean Brackett. He was just at the right place at the right time to get the fumble. And so it's picked it up and it was loose on the ground and finally gets it and runs it forward and almost broke it further. Brackett is a 6 foot, 185-pound junior. Sylacauga finally gets him on the ground. It'll be 1st and 10 for Yorick and the Bulldogs from their 47-yard line. Sylacauga getting a lot of people up in the box near the line of scrimmage. Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington presents 3rd quarter of high school football. They flip it out to the backfield and is caught and still running to midfield and more.
Wow.
This is Brackett. We've heard all about him. Look at this guy. Look at Brackett go inside the 30-yard line.
Goodness.
That is just brute strength right there.
Finally brought down by Jeremy Odom and Kyron Hughes, but goodness, what a run.
Antoine Borden actually had a chance to bat the pass away. He just missed it, and he gets it to Brackett, and Brackett does the rest with him helping his teammates. In trouble now, and sacked all the way back across the 40-yard line. Sylacauga brought some pressure then, and that big 73 for the Aggies, the first to get there. And that's Brownfield is one of the guys to get there for Sylacauga. So the big sack. Ethan Holmes, the other, back at the 40-yard line. So they got to get to the 19 for a 1st down. A big sack by the Aggie defense. Yorick will work out of an empty backfield, trips receivers to the top of the screen. He's in trouble again. He's running for his life, now throws, and it is caught, but not much happening there. Sylacauga got a lot of people around the receiver.
Goodness, look who finally showed up. That's Hutchin Hodges on the tackle, but I mean, the Bulldogs are making some pretty good plays now. Like there, it could have been a lot worse than it was.
He threw out of the grasp of Anton Borden again. Borden had him, and he just released the football before he went down. So it's 3rd down and a cab ride. Got to get to the 19-yard line. So 3rd and long. Yorick throws, drop. The tight end, it looked like he hurt his hand on the, as he was trying to catch a football. That is Cooper Mann. So it's 4th down now for the Bulldogs. He just wound up and fired that thing, and may have hurt the wrist of Cooper Mann, and he's a strong defensive end too, 6'2", 235. And he starts at wide receiver as well. So it's 4th down, and obviously they're going to go for it here, you would think. Now they're going to maybe take a timeout and look at it with 9:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Sylacauga leads Holtville 28-9. This is the Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week on WOTM and WOIL television.
Amya Inc. is a leading global producer of calcium carbonate and a worldwide distributor of specialty chemicals. Amya has an unwavering commitment to quality and total customer satisfaction through leadership in manufacturing technology, product innovation, application expertise, incomparable service, and an exceptional understanding of our customers' needs. Amya takes pride in continuous direct customer communications to understand their changing needs for new product development and logistical support. Amya Inc. is pleased to have been a part of the Sylacauga and surrounding communities since 1992.
So Sylacauga stands up after the strong run by Brackett after a short pass reception, and it's 4th down, and Coach Franklin has made his decision, and it appears that they will be going for it here.
Oh, wow. Didn't expect that.
Long way to go. Dalton Yorick, the quarterback. Getting
He's
pressure.
got a man deep.
He's throwing off his back foot, and it is incomplete, so Sylacauga takes over on downs. Good coverage by the Aggies with Pope and Cottingham back there, along with Lauderdale. So Sylacauga will take over with 9:21 to go in the third quarter, leading 28-9, and you can feel that Holtville is kind of feeling like they're in a little bit of trouble here, and you've got them back on their heels. Let's see if Sylacauga can put another touchdown on the board here. They've been able to throw and run, especially throw the football. Edwards, the senior quarterback, has Malik Pope, the senior running back, with him back there. First down from the 38-yard line. Pope
hands it off.
He's got the 45-yard line.
It's a pretty good run there. He was finally dragged down there by Yakedra's Webb. Also,
a hard runner.
And also Braxton Gaither.
Pope getting some looks from some colleges and universities, and rightly so. Pick up 8 on the carry, 2nd and 2. They'll split Pope now off to the wing, and Edwards wants to throw. He throws to Pope too wide, incomplete.
Still, that was good coverage by Connor Hackett, but it was just a little too far for Pope to reach it.
Third down. And still 2 to go. Not a bad play call by Coach Carter and his offensive staff. You had 2nd and 2, and then you have 3rd and basically 2.5 to 3 yards at the 45-yard line, so kind of a safe play. Basinger will come out of the game, and in is Jeremy Odom, who had a couple of big plays in the first half. Sylacauga don't have to hurry. They're going to have to call a timeout because they were late getting the play in. So 28-9, Sylacauga leads Holtville. Can I tell you about Coosa Valley Medical Center? Coosa Valley Medical Center, the largest employer in our city. And their first line when it comes to the COVID treatment, and boy, they have really, really worked hard during the COVID time. They had a very successful couple of weeks. We got the numbers going down with COVID in the ICU units, and so we applaud all of our nurses and doctors and everyone at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Don't forget, every Wednesday they're giving the vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine. I just found out that even though it's the Pfizer vaccine, you can get that Pfizer booster, and it's going to cover your others wherever it was Johnson or whatever it was that you took. You can take the Pfizer vaccine and be in good shape, the booster shot. First down for Sylacauga as they move the pile forward to the 49-yard line. That is Pope. Excuse me, that is not Pope. That is Brownfield.
Copeland Gilland on the tackle.
Offensive line just pushing them. And led by Landon Burns, a sophomore, number 58. So it's a first down for Sylacauga, a First Bank of Alabama first down. At their own 49-yard line with the clock running at 8:15 in the third quarter. Sylacauga 28, Holtville 9. They go back to Pope. Pope's got a seam outside. Look at this guy go.
And he's gone.
Nobody touching him.
Goodness. What a run by Malik Pope.
Yeah. Comes up limping just a little bit. That's not a good sign. Hopefully it's just a cramp. But Pope from 51 yards out. And how many times, Zach, have we seen that this year?
Oh, I can't count how many, honestly. Probably over 20.
Malik Pope. Penalty flag is down, and that's going to wipe that off.
Of course there is. It's always on the big plays.
Yep. So let's check it and see what it's about. Probably a holding or something like that. Yep. See that a lot of times. So second down and long. So you wipe off the big touchdown run with Pope.
Replay first down.
7:47 to go. We'll do first down again. First and 15. From the 43-yard line. Pope limping a little bit as he comes back out, and they go right back to him. And he crosses the 45, falls forward to the 47.
That's
Tackle on the play, number 42, Copeland Gilliam.
That's Connor Hackett there on the tackle. As Pope will head to the sideline, limping a little.
Second and 12. Sylacauga's got a bevy of running backs, including Hughes, and he's in there now. Hughes is a bigger back than Pope. And then they stop play again. Clock continues to run, however. It'll take a long time. Clock running on. Kind of strange. Edwards. And penalty flags are down again. False start.
Dead ball, false start against the Aggies.
That'll be 5 more yards. It was one of those games tonight. It was senior night, and the crowd just hasn't seemed to get into it the way they have with some games. And
second down and 17.
But there's been some big plays, whether it's fumbles recovered or safety with a snap over the punter's head or long touchdown throw and catches. Off left end is Hughes. And they can't seem to get Hughes down finally at the 48-yard line.
Number 5,
He's a big one.
Connor Hackett was there on the tackle. And also Tanner Potts.
Play picks up 5 yards, third and 12
Hughes
for the Aggies.
is signaling he needs to come out of the game. And they bring in Jaquan Brownfield, who's had several carries tonight for the Aggies. Third down and 11. Passing down for Edwards. He loads up and throws. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Basinger. Basinger thought he was held, but no penalty flag. So it's fourth down. Basinger thought that they held his jersey as he came across the middle of the field. So fourth down, and the Aggies will punt. 28-9, Sylacauga with 5:13 remaining in the third quarter. Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington sponsoring third quarter action.
Number 19, Camden Faircloth in the punt for the Aggies.
So fourth down, Faircloth will punt. Good snap. Kick out.
Whoa.
Gets a Sylacauga
That's a great
bounce.
kick. That's a pretty good kick.
Brackett with a return of about 4 or 5 yards, but yeah, you're right. Sylacauga had great coverage down there too.
Rance Mackin there on the tackle. That was a really good punt. They're getting inside the 15.
Bulldogs signal the 1st and 10.
You're spotted up at about the 17-yard line, maybe, I think. Yeah, 18. So it'll be first down for the Bulldogs, trailing 28-9. Dalton Yorick, 5'11", 150-pound senior, running the show. He's got Brackett back there with him. Yorick wants to throw. Fires.
What happened? Does Sylacauga have it? Twyman had the ball. Let's see what happened here.
Pretty good catch. Now that they're pulled out of there at the last minute, so they're going to give him the reception, I believe, out to about the 35-yard line.
Good enough for a Bulldog first down.
So that's the First Bank of Alabama first down. York wants to throw again. He's being pressured. Running away from pressure, and he's going to pull it down across the 40 and get out of bounds at the 43. A nice play by Yorick. He didn't have a receiver, and he's getting some pressure from behind. That was Bryant Waters giving chase. It'll be second down and short for Holtville. Hit the backfield and knocked down for a loss is Brackett.
That's Kyran Hughes there on the tackle. He got off that block
He did.
really fast.
Third and 2 Bulldogs.
So it's third down.
The Sarah Automotive Red Zone.
Yep. See some of the coaching staff at Sylacauga. Third down and 2. York going to keep it himself. He's got the first down across the 45.
That's Shakari Gordon there to make the tackle.
So that's the First Bank of Alabama first down as they move and change at the 45-yard line. York to throw it. And it is incomplete. Kind of around the 35-yard line.
It was good coverage by Jaquan Brownfield.
3:21 to go in the third quarter.
Second and 10 Bulldogs.
Brownfield is senior, as he was honored tonight on senior night. Sylacauga will travel to Alexander City to take on Benjamin Russell next week for their final regular season game. Blitz is coming. They're after him, and he fumbles the football, and let's see who's got it. I think Brackett got on it. But boy, Sylacauga brought the heat then.
And that'll bring him back to towards the 30. It's inside the 30, about the 27-yard line. Holding his arm there.
Sylacauga put a lot of pressure, and Blaze Rogers was one of the ones in there in a hurry.
Third down in Childersburg for the Bulldogs.
Third down and long.
Have out trips.
York the throw. He's going to be flushed. The penalty flag's down. He's going to be holding.
It's complete.
Ball at midfield, but I think they're going to bring that back with a hold.
Tackled by Antony Borden, but yeah, like you said, I think it was a hold, so they're probably going to bring him back. But they have an injured player on the field.
Brian Tate, the receiver, but you could see that hold very clearly, and they're right there at the official, so you negate that reception.
Quan
that'll push it
Brownfield.
back 10 more yards.
I think that's Lauderdale. No, Lauderdale's there. Not sure who that is. Is that Malik Pope?
And Coach Jack's out there checking on him. Coach Bob Carter. And Coach Carter's first year at Sylacauga, coming from a school that he led to a state championship. His first year here at Sylacauga.
Yeah, that's Malik Pope. You do not want to see that.
No. Sure don't. He was limping a little bit earlier.
He was.
But this is more than a limp. That's a hold on offense. Of course, Coach Carter was at Beauregard for several years and won a 5A title there. Came here to Sylacauga his first year, and he's really got this program really doing well. Sylacauga's been a perennial playoff contender for a long time. But we're going to bring up third down and much to go. If they can get to Dixie Drug, they'll be close. Swinging out of the backfield and picked up some yardage, but not a whole lot out to the 25-yard line.
He was finally brought out there by Tony Borden.
Sylacauga just had a lot of people around it. They didn't want to give up the big play, and they didn't.
Also, there was Hudson Hodges to push him out.
Fourth and very long for Holtville with 1:50 to go in the third quarter. A line drive kick. It takes a nice bulldog roll. It'll go inside the 20-yard line. So after all of that, the strong punt stopped at the 18-yard line, where Sylacauga will take over with 1:38 in the third quarter, leading 28-9. Sylacauga, should they hold on to win this game tonight, will move to 7-2 with the final regular season game, a non-region game next week against Benjamin Russell down in Alexander City. We'll be over in Childersburg for Childersburg and Fayetteville to conclude the regular season of our coverage. And then, of course, we'll be with you in the playoffs for both Sylacauga and B.B. Comer. Matter of fact, WOTM is your flagship television station for all the finals of high school football, as we were last year, 1 through 7A. This is Hughes on the carry, crosses the 20-yard line.
Number 5, Kyron Hughes.
We may have seen the last of Malik Pope tonight.
Tackled by a host of Bulldogs.
Probably have.
Play picks up 3 yards.
Hughes off left tackle. Picked up 3. Approaching a minute to go in the third quarter.
Cooper Mann was there on the tackle.
Minute to go. 28-9 Sylacauga, late in the third quarter. Edwards flips it to Basinger. Basinger spins away from one. He's down the sideline, out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Edwards pass to number 2, Riley Basinger.
That's the second reception of the night for Basinger. Basinger, one of those seniors.
Gracious, he hit him with a spin move.
So third down and 2
Play picks up 5
for
yards.
the Aggies.
For the Aggies.
Sylacauga's band cranked it up a little bit. Driving forward is Hughes, and they're going to be close to the first down. Let's see where they'll end up spotting it. Hughes is a big load, and he wants to come out of the game now. It is a Aggie first down. First Bank of Alabama Aggie first down. That's just hard running and good blocking by the Aggie offensive front, led by Beckham, West, Corbett, Thompson, Burns.
Cooper Mann there on the tackle. It's First Bank of Alabama first down for Sylacauga as we hit 20 seconds left in the third quarter. We have trips left.
Here's Edwards keeping it. Now he throws it to Basinger. Basinger tries to slip one tackle, does he down the sideline. Basinger got good speed. He got one man to beat, cuts it inside, got a convoy, and it's a touchdown for Sylacauga and Basinger.
Goodness, that was a great play by Basinger just to slip through the defense and go all the way for a touchdown. He's out of breath.
About 75 yards, too. He got away from that one potential tackler, and then he shows his speed, picks up his blockers, and gets some downfield help. And Basinger, 75 yards later, he's in the end zone. The Aggies increase their lead. Oh, we just thought he did.
Goodness gracious.
Another penalty. Wow.
Every single time they make a big play, there's at least a holding call.
One fan doesn't like it. I hear him booing. It's a holding against Sylacauga, and that's at least twice we've had touchdowns wiped off the board.
Was holding on Sylacauga.
So we'll mark off the touchdown, the end of the third quarter, as the Aggies go to the fourth, leading 28-9. This is the Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week on WOTM and WOIL television.
That brings us to the
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega Motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy Hybrid Duo Chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
So while we're away, we get a false start and negates a touchdown after a holding penalty. So Sylacauga continues to go backwards at the 38-yard line now. Off left tackle. Nothing happening there.
Cooper Mann there on the tackle. We've been calling his name a lot tonight. He's been doing pretty good on defense.
Brownfield on the carry. You're right. Mann's made a lot of tackles.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please stand.
Into the third quarter now. We've got one to go with Sylacauga on top of Holtville 28-9. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
With the lowering of the colors at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Beautiful sight as always, the American flag. In fact, we believe in that freedom, don't we, buddy?
We do.
I'll see Zach when we're having the national anthem. He got his hand over his heart, which is the way it should be. So we'll get back to work here in the fourth quarter with Sylacauga having that big touchdown throw and catch wiped off with a penalty, leading at 28-9. That's where we stood at halftime.
As we begin the fourth quarter.
And let's see what happens here with Sylacauga at their own 38-yard line. Last couple plays have been penalties. No, twice they've had touchdown wiped off the board with penalties, both holding calls. So here come the Aggies back out on the field offensively. Nathan Gordon, the center. Handed off left end. Bumped out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
It was bumped out there by, I believe that was Michael Forney.
Brownfield to carry it left end.
Brownfield on the carry for Sylacauga.
Play picks up 5 yards. 3rd and 10 for the Aggies.
Helmet back came off there. You could see in that replay he was slipping a little.
Fumbled by the official. Fumble again. Edwards, your quarterback, he's done a good job for Sylacauga. He has Hughes back there with him now on 3rd down and 10.
Now trips right, so it's going to be a pass.
Throw it. You got a man wide open. That's Basinger. Basinger is short of the first down by a couple of yards up at midfield.
There's a good tackle there by Eric Adkins, though.
Basinger has caught a few balls here in the second half, and Edwards continues to throw it well. So 4th down, and Sylacauga apparently going to punt. Haven't seen a whole lot of that tonight by the Aggies. The first one, a bad snap over the punter's head through the end zone. Safety. Caden Matchin hurries in for the Aggies, a freshman. With another blocker up there. Kick is out by Fairclough. And a good punt. Sylacauga going to down it at the 12-yard line.
Camden Fairclough's punt down at the 12-yard line.
Good special teams coverage by the Aggies. Logan Corbett down there, the junior. Rance Matchin, another freshman on the special teams. And Anton Borden as well. So it'll be 1st down, 10:55 to go in the football game. Sylacauga leads 28-9. Yorick has gone most of the way at quarterback. And Brackett lines up with him. Brackett, the leading rusher for the Bulldogs. In trouble, throwing, and through behind the intended receiver.
Yarro's pass intended for number 1, John Williamson, incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
On the coverage is Lauderdale. So 2nd down and 10.
In the 4th quarter, Tallahassee 33. Clay Central 14.
They have twins on both sides, so it's probably going to be a
penalty
pass.
flag. Big 68.
2 penalty flags.
Moved.
Dead ball, false start against the Bulldogs.
Clifford Edwards, 5'8", 255-pounder. Hard for him to hide. He's a big guy.
In the 4th quarter, Thompson 21, Hoover 17.
Thompson and Hoover, 2 undefeated teams going at it tonight. B.B. Comer having their way over at Randolph County. Winneboro winning tonight as well. 2nd down, blitz is coming. He's hit as he throws, and the penalty flag is going to come down. It's intercepted by Sylacauga, but I'm sure that's going to be interference on the Aggies.
Was on his cell phone the whole game.
Yep. You can see that one coming.
Interception Aggies, but goodness.
Still chasing the football. You don't have to get a grip on that football, guy. So, interference on the Aggies.
Of course.
And, you know, there's pressure on the quarterback. Another flag down.
Get off your cell phone, ref!
The boos ring down. Reign supreme. And a few choice words coming from the Aggie fans. It's a 22-yard line.
You can tell they're not happy.
Yeah. Pressure coming. Rolling away. Now side arming it. Incomplete. Maybe we need to run a disclaimer in this game.
Yeah. View discretion advised.
10:32 to go in what has been a flag drenched game tonight. And I think we got another penalty flag down now.
Well, better not be on the Aggies or the fans. Ooh.
Well, the Bulldogs moving backwards. It is against the Bulldogs holding. This kind of seemed to get the crowd fired up. The Aggies here.
First and 24 for Holtville.
First and close to 25. Urick running out of pressure. Looking, running out of real estate too. Breaks a tackle across the 20. 25, spun down at the 26-yard line.
He's tackled there by Tavares Lauderdale after a great run. Great run there by Dalton Yark. 2 jukes.
Hudson Hodges trying to get to the quarterback, couldn't. Lauderdale slings down the quarterback. Second down and about 6. Clock stopped with the, I don't know why the clock stopped, as a matter of fact. We didn't have a penalty.
Second and 6, Holtville.
Now it starts back. York looking. He's still looking. Now throws across his body. It's incomplete. Had no chance on that one.
Good coverage by Odom there.
Intended receivers Cooper Mann. Mann's got to be tired. He played both sides of the
flag
football.
again.
Yeah.
Another flag.
Got to be holding there.
Holding against Holtville.
Wow.
Well, the officials are getting their workout tonight. I don't know what the record is for holding calls, but we're getting plenty of them tonight on both sides.
Second and 17.
Second and a long way to go. Yorick looks. And it's incomplete.
Good coverage by Connor Twyman.
No flag.
Number 6.
Finally.
Defended on the play by number 11, Connor Twyman. Third and 17.
Connor Twyman broke well on the football. And now then he's down. And may have a cramp in his leg. They're going to bring in Bryce Oden to replace him. They're trying to help him up. Looks like, fortunately, it's just a cramp. It's one of the first-year assistant coaches at Sylacauga, a wide receivers coach. So we'll try to get this one rolling again. At the 15-yard line, the clock is stopped, 9:58 to go. This is where we stood at halftime too, 28-9, Sylacauga with the lead. Should Sylacauga and B.B. Comer both host first-round matchups, and that's the way it looks now. One will play on Thursday night, one will play on Friday night. Pressured, getting away. Now he's spun down the 5-yard line. Should have got rid of that.
It's a sack. Great sack there. That's Hudson Hodges.
Fourth down and real long.
Anton Borden as well. There may be another penalty yet.
Wow.
And another flag on the play.
I may have called that on Borden because of the charge of personal foul. And he was looking eyeball to eyeball with the official when the flag dropped. So yet another major distance penalty against Sylacauga. They march it all the way up to the 21-yard line where they had to sack at the 5. So it's 4th down and long, so Holtville will punt. You know where Holtville, Alabama is?
I don't.
It's in Deatsville, right outside of Montgomery, and it's also known as Slap Out, Alabama. You ever heard of Slap Out?
Why is it called that?
I don't know, but it is. Midfield, Sylacauga takes over for the 1st and 10, 9:16 to go in the football game. Sylacauga 28, Holtville 9. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, one of our great sponsors of high school football, and with locations in Sylacauga and Childersburg since 1975. They've been providing funeral services, funerals, burials, and cremations, pre-need planning. They do it all at Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. My good buddy Rick Morris, Logistics with Integrity at Tamco, and they on the cutting edge of moving freight. A little reverse, they flip it back to the quarterback who's throwing it deep down the field.
Imagine.
And it is caught for the touchdown.
Wow.
Razzle dazzle. David Swain. Look at this one.
Wow, look at that.
Edwards to Pope. Back to Edwards. After the pitch from Basinger. And wide open for the touchdown is Quindavia Swain. How you like that? 50 yards for the Aggies. 34-9. Sylacauga's going to have to get a timeout. They don't have the players package right. 9:03 to go. Sylacauga 34, Holtville 9. We're mentioning Rick Morris. Rick's a hometown guy who was born here in Sylacauga, raised in the Mill Village, went to school here. Moved away and has done well in business. His mom passed away a couple of months ago. And he is in the freight business, although he doesn't have any trucks. Logistics with Integrity. That's what you'll find with Rick Morris at Tamco in Alabama and in Georgia. So appreciate Rick partnering with us for high school football. And to say this football game has had ups and downs, ebbs and flows would be an understatement. As Sylacauga will now attempt the point after, didn't have enough players on the field or didn't have the right players on the field and had to call a timeout. So here's Faircloth out of the hold of Brady Thomas. 35-9 in Sylacauga with the lead. The Aggies looking to move to 7-2 on the season. And Sylacauga now will travel to Alexander City to take on Benjamin Russell to end the regular season and host the first round playoff game. I think I was told some 15 or 16 years it's been since we've, maybe been further than that. But Sylacauga in good shape under Coach Rob Carter. So Sylacauga kicks off. And Zach, they got a big lead now.
Yep. Don't see Holtville coming back, but they've done pretty well tonight.
At
Tried their
times,
best.
Caleb Story checking in for Sylacauga. Perfect look at a football on a tee. $35-yard line, 40-yard line, still moving across midfield. Inside the Aggie 40 to the 39-yard line. Nice run back. That is John Williamson.
Antonio Hagler there on the tackle, but it was a great return back there.
Williamson took it on the run and made a nice move there and runs it to the 38-yard line. So Holtville will take over in good shape at the Aggie 38, trailing 35-9. They're going to have to score it in a hurry. 8:52 to go in the game. Yorick to throw. Again, Sylacauga putting pressure on. He's running. He's got plenty of running room now down the sideline. And he'll step out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Sylacauga looking a little bit tired. Another penalty flag is down. That's holding against Holtville, and they actually tackled Bryant Waters.
Don't think you can do that on offense. He just pushed him down.
Yeah. So the first down is negated with a holding penalty.
And
we just can't seem to get this game finalized.
Just can't seem to get enough of penalties.
And that was one of the obvious penalties tonight. Big 75, Carson Reese, who's a 6 foot, 235-pound sophomore, just wiped out Bryant Waters. Now then we've got a timeout. Sylacauga 35, Holtville 9. Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week continues after this.
Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves the cities of Sylacauga, Childersburg, Moody, and surrounding counties. Unlike regular banks, Heritage South Credit Union is member-owned. And with over 13,000 members, Heritage South Credit Union is the premier financial institution in the markets they serve. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for over 80 years. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Your community credit union is Heritage South Federal Credit Union here in Sylacauga, along with other locations got 2 locations here in Sylacauga, on Broadway and over on Highway 280, one in Childersburg, one in Alexander City, and further west as well. 35-9, Sylacauga with the advantage over Holtville. Don't forget Sarah Automotive, they got their Halloween bash coming up a week from tomorrow. And we'll be out there with the TV station for part of that. And look forward to that as well in the next week or so. Dalton Yorick is, hopefully we're going to get things back in order here in a minute. As Coach Franklin had an extended conversation with referee.
First and 26 for the Bulldogs.
Yorick. Movement by the right tackle.
First and 31 for the Bulldogs.
That was quite obvious too. 8:43 to go in what has been a long second half. Sylacauga led 28-9 at halftime. They trailed 2-0 at one point, but it's been Aggies most of the way. Pressure coming again. York's running for his life. Throws on the run, is caught at the 48-yard line and getting to midfield across into Aggie territory for a First Bank of Alabama first down.
Tackle on the play by number 8, Devon Brownfield.
This is an elusive little quarterback, Zach.
Yes.
Reception by John Williamson.
Tackle there by Connor Twyman.
They bring Brackett back into the game now. He'll split out in the slot. Clock running under 8 minutes. 3-man Aggie front. York to throw. Pressure coming. He's reversing his field. That's never good. And he throws. It's a wobbly pass that's intercepted.
Great interception by Jeremy Odom. Don't know how he hung on to that because right when he caught it, he got a blow from behind.
You see Yorick, not a real wise move there, and then he's going to throw it on the run with nothing on the football as he throws it sidearm. And Sylacauga there for the interception at the 20-yard line. Jeremy Odom has made some key plays for the Aggies tonight. So it'll be first down Sylacauga from the 22-yard line.
Takes a snap, hands it off.
Yep. Not a whole lot happening there. Edwards has gone all the way at quarterback for Sylacauga. And fresh running back in there, that is Rance Matchin, the freshman. Rance first carry of the night. 7:10 to go in the football game. Sylacauga in command, 35-9. Second down and 9. Pass is dropped by Basinger. 3rd and 9. So 3rd down and 9 for the Aggies with 6:46 to go in the football game. Zach's team made the playoffs, and they play next Thursday against an undefeated Winterboro team. You excited about that?
Yes, but they're really good, and I'm nervous.
Here's a throw down the field, and it's incomplete.
As you can tell by the crowd emotions.
Yeah, trying to get it to Lauderdale. So it's 4th down.
4th and 9 for the Aggies.
6:25 left in this pretty good game by both teams.
Faircloth was punted away. Sylacauga 35, Holtville 9. Sylacauga moved to 7-2 on the season. Just remember, their 2 losses to undefeated Leeds, and I think Central of Clay County is getting beaten bad by Tallahassee tonight, so that would be their second loss of the season. And I don't know what that does for the playoff mixture, but we'll see. To take us the rest of the way with Sylacauga leading 35-9, Zachary Thomas Abrams is on the call for the final 5:47 of the game.
Holtville with the ball here, as they look to make some final pretty good plays. They throw it to the left, and he's got a pretty good game there, almost first down.
Yarrow's pass complete to number 4, Sean Brackett.
That's Sean Brackett there with the reception and run.
Play picks up
He was
7
tackled
yards.
out of bounds by Anthony Borden.
Pick up of about 8. Clock running at 5:15 to go in the game.
Trips left, so it's most likely going to be a pass. No, he keeps it himself, but he was sacked there by Jakari Borden. It was a great play by Borden.
Jakari Borden. Play loses a yard. 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4 now for Holtville. Clock under 5 minutes remaining in the game. 35-9 Sylacauga.
Have Twins left. He's gonna run it. Goes up the middle. Gets to about midfield. 50. There's a good tackle there by Anthony Borden, but he still got some good yardage.
First Bank of Alabama first down.
That's Sean Brackett running it.
He's a good player.
He is. We got 4 minutes left in the game. They look to pass. Throw it deep. Can't see it. It was incomplete. We got a injured player here. Nope. Never mind, that's John Williamson. He seems to be limping a little though.
You wonder about Malik Pope, how serious that ankle injury is. He went out in the second half with that. And hopefully that's not going to be a big deal. Those ankle injuries can be tricky though.
Trips left, he's gonna pass. He's gonna roll out left. Cut it back out right, go back left. He's in trouble. Finally throws it, but it's tipped. Tipped by Anthony Borden. As the quarterback panicked and he didn't have anywhere to go.
I think a penalty flag is down too. Devontae Williams, he was mugged at the line of scrimmage. I'm sure that's what the call is going to be, holding. Now they got a legal man downfield as well.
Wow.
That's what the call is, but man, they tackled Devontae Williams, a sophomore, just pancaked him down to the ground.
Oh, and he is almost gone. Goodness, what a great run. A fantastic run there by Sean Brackett. Goodness, let's see.
The safety valve passed to Brackett. He got great speed. Finally bumped him out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
It's about a 50-yard run. 3 minutes and 31 seconds left in the game.
First and goal. It's the First Bank of Alabama first down.
He loses the snap and he has nowhere to go. Jeremy Odom pushed him back.
Brackett tackled in the backfield.
Blaze Rogers helped out too on that play.
So did Anthony Borden. Clock strikes 3 left in this penalty game.
3 minutes to go.
Touchdown, Holtville. That's Sean Brackett there.
It's the first time that he's taken a snap from center, and he's a great player for sure.
He is.
He ran it right up the middle.
Trucks through Basinger.
35-15 now. Beautiful moonlit night at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Point after is good, 35-16. Well, we've got just a minute. Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. One of our long-time sponsors on WOTM and WOIL television, and largest employer in our community. They have been on the front line with COVID for now 2 years, and they do a fantastic job. From the emergency department to the ICU to the floors of the hospital. All those men and women do a wonderful job, and they are to be applauded, and we do that. They got a big golf tournament coming up too that we're helping sponsor here at the television station, so that's always good news. So Holtville, Zach, will kick off, trailing 35-16. You think they'll go with the onside kick?
Not sure. Probably, but
I would think so.
yes, they are.
Noah Keller, special team kicker. Sylacauga falls on it with ease.
Well, they could get 2 quick touchdowns if they stop them on defense.
Will Combs, a sophomore,
Onside kick
gets the onside kick, and the Aggies will have it at midfield.
at the 50, where the Aggies take over 1st and 10.
So let's see if we get some different players in the football game. I think we do. New quarterback in. That's Braden Large, who's a sophomore.
Grant's matching with the carry in left arm. Play picks up 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Brady Thomas in there as the new quarterback.
Got Caleb Story in there. Also, Latarius Fluker.
And he fights for yardage as he's finally brought down
Tackle on the play by number 54, Matthew Morrison.
Matching on the carry.
Matthew Morrison on the tackle.
It's a First Bank of Alabama first down with 90 seconds to go in the game. Sylacauga has Chris Woods, a sophomore, in there now. Bryce Oden to the top of the screen.
Hand it off again. He's brought down there by the Kedras Webb.
That's matching on the carry. Will Combs getting some playing time at a tackle slot.
50 seconds left in this ball game.
Caleb Story to the near side. And this will probably be the final play of the game. Sylacauga 35-16, as that will just about do it. As a carry by Rance Matchin, the freshman.
And the final tackle of the game goes to Cooper Mann. No, the clock stopped.
Imagine that. You got a timeout.
Whoa. Well, I mean, that's kind of pointless, honestly.
As the coaching staff continues to coach these young guys, and make sure that they get it right. And Zach, you'll be on that field playing before too long. You know how important that is if you get it right.
Yeah. That's a few years from now.
Leaders lead, followers follow. And Coach Rob Carter is a leader. He's got a coaching staff that he believes in, and a football team that now has his stamp on them. And they are a good football team, just outside the top 10 in the latest poll in Class 5A. And might move up a notch or two after tonight's game. Let's see if this is the final play of the game.
Most likely. And the final tackle of the game
Matching with the carry at left guard.
will go to Connor Hackett, and that will wrap up this ball game.
You know, Matchett has carried the last 4 or 5 times, and he did a good job too. He's just a freshman. And,
Sylacauga 35.
These guys are going to get more playing time as the years roll along. The Aggies knock off Holtville 35-16, the Sarah Automotive High School game of the week. The Aggies move to 7-2 on the season with Ben Russell next week. The Aggies secure a first-round playoff home game, and so that is good news as we take a look at some of the highlights of tonight's action. We start off with Holtville taking advantage of a bad snap on a punt by Sylacauga, and fortunately Fairclough kicks it out of the end zone to avert a touchdown, and it's 2-0 Holtville. But Sylacauga right back with Hughes with a touchdown. And here is Pope from 7 yards out to put the Aggies up 14-3. Holtville doesn't give up though, and they close it to 14-9 on a 1-yard touchdown run. The Aggies with 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, and that kind of iced it for a long touchdown throw there, 70 yards. And that pass to Lauderdale from the quarterback Edwards, and it's 21-9, but the Aggies aren't finished yet in the second quarter. 21-9, looking into the corner of the end zone, throwing over the back shoulder. That is Quindavia Swain for the Aggie touchdown. They led it 28-9 at halftime. They went ahead even more in the third quarter. They run a little razzle-dazzle here, and everybody fooled on that. And the touchdown to Quindavia Swain, and the Aggies up even more. Sylacauga gives up a late touchdown with Sean Brackett, but the Aggies beat Holtville by a score of 35-16. The Aggies improved to 7-2 overall, 5-1 in league play. The Aggies step out of region play to take on Benjamin Russell next week, the final regular season game of the year for the Aggies on the road down in Alexander City. We'll be in Childersburg next week for Childersburg and Fayetteville. Fayetteville looking for their first ever win over the Childersburg Tigers. Our final tonight is Sylacauga 35 and Holtville 16. Zach, it's been fun.
It has.
Sarah Automotive High School Game of the Week on WOTM and WOIL television. For Zachary Thomas Abrams, I'm Jim L. Abrams. Your final again from the stadium, Sylacauga 35, Holtville 16. God bless you and God bless America. Stay safe, everyone.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega Motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy Hybrid Duo Chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo Smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.